Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Hi, guys. Hello. Okay. Uh, okay, guys. I want you to respond. Okay. If you don't respond, it will be like, okay, this is just another class. Okay. One person texted hi. If you can unmute and talk, it will be great. If you keep your videos on, it will be much greater.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Was that Harshvardhan who spoke? I really can't tell with this. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, great. So whenever I do a workshop, I try to know the crowd. Okay, like what are you guys? Which year are you from? What are you studying? What are your career goals and things like that? Anybody wants to do that? Okay.
I'm Harsha, studying BTech second year in A and M branch.
Oh, okay, great.
Uh,
Do you
Up to
like
now,
any?
I have learned C, Java, and
Oh,
basics of Python.
okay, got it. Great. Hmm. Okay, that's a start. Who else? Who else wants to introduce themselves? Yeah, I know people like join webinars and they sleep. Okay. So everybody
Oh,
who's here, if you're awake, say web in the chat or something like that. Okay, randomly. Oh, okay. Around 20, some 22 people responded. That's it. Okay. What about the others? Others are here or okay? Like I wouldn't say everybody texted, but most of you texted. Okay. So now we'll move on, and I'll start presenting my screen. Present full screen. Okay. Now you guys should be able to look at my screen. Okay. You guys are able to look at my screen, right? Yeah. So see, since most of you won't speak, we have this one thing in Edumoon where you say Y for yes. Okay, like literally the letter Y for yes, and N is for no. Okay. So that is like a short form. Y is for yes and N is for no. So that I can know very easily when you text. There's no delay. Okay. So now I switch to this and I'll start presenting. I don't want you guys to look at my whole PPT. Oh, okay, you can see this window as well, which is not good. Okay, I'll just minimize this as much as possible and keep it here. Okay, if you guys are texting me anything, please let me know. I'm not sure if I can see your messages here, but anything. Okay, so let's get started with the webinar. First of all, this is a web development webinar, like just an introductory webinar with AI. Okay, so it's not like we're trying to avoid ChatGPT and just learn the basics, because that time is over. Okay, even me myself learned HTML first, then CSS, then JavaScript. Everything you need to remember. Okay, like this is how you write something. For example, if any of you has ever learned a programming language, you'll understand that okay, this is how syntax is, this is how grammar is. Okay, this is how you write a for loop, this is how you write a while loop, and all of those, right? So all these basic tasks are now automated. Okay, ChatGPT can write a whole website in 1 minute. We'll take like at least 1 1 hour. Even if you're very, very experienced, you will take 1 hour. So that is not a good strategy. Now, I'll tell you what is happening in the real world. In the real world, even the best software engineers are using ChatGPT and simply getting away with tasks. Okay, because it's like instant. You just ask ChatGPT something, you get the answer, everybody's happy, right? So now everybody's trying to learn web development, but we at Edimoon thought, okay, everybody's learning this, but it's not the right way. We'll teach you the way that industry works. Okay, so everybody's learning web development, but you're just a chill guy who knows ChatGPT exists. So now we are going to learn how to do web development with ChatGPT. Okay, so the next thing is, so you don't have to learn HTML. I'll tell you what HTML is and all of this, but it is basically web development. Okay, do we need to learn programming still? Yes, you're actually supposed to learn web development, but you don't have to learn it so precisely that you know everything in web development. Okay, you guys are able to see my screen, right? Let me look at the responses for a minute. Okay, see guys, there is one more problem with this approach, which is if you type Y after you've already typed Y, I won't understand. So change it to some other word like yes, YE, maybe something like that. Okay, great. I guess 2-3 people said yes, but only 2-3 people said yes. Okay, let's move on. You have to learn web development, but it's going to be very, very easy compared to when I learned it. Okay, when I learned it, I had to sit and watch hours of videos and learn how to write a opening tag, closing tag, and all of this. Okay, I'll tell you all of this if you don't understand, but just chill. Okay, I'll take you through everything. I'll be as basic as possible, right? So I wanted to make it as easy for you to understand web development as possible. It'll be like learning English only. Okay, it's literally, if you know English, I can teach you web development. Okay, so chill. Okay, so who am I? First of all, I'm Shaukat Ali. I'm currently working as a VR developer at a US-based startup called Simutopia. You can Google this up. And I teach people web development. Okay, that is kind of what you need to know. And yeah, let's move on. So, what is web development is the real question of today. Can anybody answer this? Guys, what is web development? Okay, it will be great if you unmute and talk. Otherwise, I'll. Yeah. Okay, creating web pages. Great. See, guys, there is no wrong answer. Okay. If you just guess something randomly and tell, it's fine. You learn something and go away. If you just keep quiet, you won't get anything. I won't get anything. Learn to speak up. Okay. Texting is fine as long as you get your information through. It's fine, but it's better if you unmute and talk. It's fine. You can talk in any language. I'm perfectly quadlingual and stuff. So I understand Telugu, Hindi, English, Urdu.
Simple access of information.
Simple access of information. Okay. That is not exactly correct, but it's okay. Close. See, that's it, right? You guess, you maybe you will fail, and I'll tell you the right answer, right? So come on, guys. You have to start responding. Otherwise, half of you guys will sleep again. I know. To create static and dynamic web pages. Okay, very good.
Like creating content on the web.
Yeah, that is exactly the answer I was looking for. Great job. Okay, anybody else who wants to guess or tell the answer? Okay, I'm assuming nobody is going to answer the question. So I'll move on. Okay, as Usha just said, it is exactly creating web pages. Okay, now it's basically showing some information on the web. Now, what kind of information? Let's go to a website. Okay, let's say puma.com. Now, if I look at this website, what do I see, right? Don't tell me you see one man here and one woman here. No. I see an image here. Like that, what else do you see in this? Oh, you guys are texting, right? I need to look at your messages. Okay, guys, if I go to puma.com, what do I see on it? I see an image, and what else do I see here? Okay, it's fine to guess, guys. If you don't guess, I don't think we'll move ahead. Some text, very good. We see an image, we see some text. Okay, we see a nav bar. For those of you who don't know what a nav bar is, this black section where you have these buttons that will take you to different web pages is called a nav bar. Okay. Images, text, and nav bar. Okay, great. Okay, what else do we see? It's really just text, images, and I have something here. If I bring my mouse on top of it, what is happening? Something is changing. And if I click on it, what happens? It is taking me somewhere else, right? So what is this piece called? It's called a, it starts with a B. Button. Very good. Yeah, very good. So now we have a few buttons also. Buttons, text, image, and yeah, it's not very obvious here, but we do have color, right? See, for example, the background color is white. So we have some colors. And I'm not sure where I can show you, but if you see here, there's a little bit of variation in the text, right? This text is a bit different and the lower text is a bit different. So we have some type of font also. Simple organized access of information utilizing storage essentials. Okay. Yeah, that is correct, but that is like a high level definition. Okay. Okay, let's look at a few other things. Okay, so now we know that there are some types of information that we put. We put a lot of text. We put a lot of headings also. Yeah, very good. We put a lot of headings, images, and videos also. If you look at YouTube, what do we have here? We have a lot of videos, right? So things like that. Now, putting these things onto a website and putting them on some place that others can see is what we call web development. Okay. So web development easily is putting a piece of information on the web. Now, what is web? Can anybody define that? Okay. Web is like a alternative term for internet, right? What is the internet? Can anybody define that? Come on, everybody learned this in college, right? Or school at least. What is the internet? It is a dash of dash. Everybody learned this in college. At least in your 10th class, you should have learned this. The internet is a network of
Computer.
Yeah. No. Okay, kind of, but
Interconnected devices.
Yeah. Okay, yes, both the answers are correct. But in Indian colleges, what we say is internet is a network of networks. Okay, so that is how I've learned it. So we have these like a huge number of computers connected to each other, and they can pass information from one to another and all of this, right? So now what we'll do is I'll first search for my tablet. 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'll write. Okay, sorry guys. I went for searching a cable, but I couldn't find it. So for now, you'll have to keep up with my very bad drawing. Okay, this is another thing. Now, what is the web? Is we have computer A, computer B, computer C. Okay, this is computer A, this is computer B, this is computer C. Okay, I'm not sure how that will. Okay, whatever. You guys can see these letters, right? Now, what happens is A can talk to B, A can talk to C, B can talk to C, and C can talk to both of these guys. A, B can also talk to them. So this is how a simple internet would work, right? So A will have some information. A will be able to communicate with B. Okay, now B also will have some information. It can be sent to C and A and all of this. Now, within this, what we are going to do is we are going to write a website here. Okay, for example, on A, we'll write a website. Okay, now my website is on A, and from A, we'll send it to B and C also. So both of these computers can also look at it. That is what web is basically. And developing a website that can be put on the web is called web development. Now, what is the next thing? Who should learn web development? Like, I got a few messages saying, should I learn web development? Should I learn web development? I'm just telling you guys, web development, I'll suggest that everybody needs to learn it, okay? Because it's a very essential skill. For example, let's just say you're looking for a hotel or something. What do? You're on the road, your dad is driving the car and you're sitting behind, and your dad asks you, where is this hotel? Something called Shaukat Ali Dhaba or something. What do? What is your first instinct? Guys, anybody here? What do? Your dad is asking, where is Shaukat Ali Dhaba? What do? Exactly, Google Maps, right? So you go on Google and search Shaukat Ali Dhaba, enter, right? So that is what we do. And I have a very similar example. Now, let's say I want to search for Subhagruha Vizag, okay? Now, Subhagruha is like a real estate company. What do? I search for Subhagruha Vizag and I click on the first link that comes, right? And then I'll go through their website, talk to them or whatever. This is created by someone. That someone is a web developer, and this is what you're aiming to become. At the end of learning web development, you'll be able to create such a website. Okay, I mean, this website is not that good. This is subhagruha.com. Show you something else. Yeah, this is much better, right? So look at this. This is what you'll be able to build, or you'll be able to build much better apps than this. But let's just say this is one of them. Okay. Now, this is what you aim on becoming once you become a web developer. If this is what you want to do, I 100% say go ahead and learn web development. If you're aiming on something else in your career, this is still an option. Why? Because I've seen multiple people go on to become Unity developers, all weird kinds of software developers, AI, ML, whatever. But at the end of the day, any app you make in any software will have to go out through the web or through an app. Okay. For example, let's say you built a game. All of you should be knowing PUBG, right? Okay. PUBG, mostly boys. So Candy Crush. Everybody knows Candy Crush. Now, if I want to get Candy Crush on my phone, what do? How do I get Candy Crush on my phone? Play Store. Exactly. Right. Now, Play Store is an app. But at the end, Play Store will also use web API. Okay. I know this is not related to you guys, but at the end, internet is involved. So internet is involved, meaning web development is involved. Okay, it's kind of weird, but even Play Store is a web app. Okay, see, even Candy Crush has a website and stuff. Now, if you're planning on becoming something else other than a web developer, this is still a very, very nice skill to have, because you can put the information on the web and let anybody see it at any time. For example, if you become an AI ML developer or whatever, you can still have your resume on the web, right? Or while you're in college, you can generate income. That's what I've been doing, right? So you can learn web development, make websites for others, and generate money from that. This is like a very easy skill to learn. Okay, web development is relatively very easy, and there are a lot of resources out there. So I recommend you learn this. Who shouldn't learn web development is if you're going like for a very, very core role. For example, you've decided on becoming a ship captain or something like that, then you don't need to learn web development. Now, there is one more problem. AI will help you as a web developer, but AI can't do everything you did. Okay, that is one problem. That is why you need to learn web development. Although AI will help you throughout your web development journey. AI will help me. AI will help a nursery guy, anybody. But you can't be 100% sure that AI will always help you. Okay, there are like 90 situations out of 100 where AI can't help you. In those 10 situations, it will help you. Okay, it'll like completely take care of your job. But within those 90 places where it cannot do your job, it can still help you do it faster. Okay. Guys, am I making sense? Like, do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Yes, if yes, and if no. Oh yeah, why not? Yes, sorry, if you had to type all of that. Oh yeah, I found the cable. Yay. Okay, great. Okay. All of you had dinner, right? If you had dinner, type D in the chat, because it's been half an hour and I'm kind of worried if you guys didn't have dinner. Okay, only 5 guys had dinner, so I'll wrap it up a bit early so that you guys can have dinner. Okay. Now, where were we? Does anybody remember where we were before I talk this? Can anybody talk and tell me where were we before I started asking about dinner? AI. Okay. AI. Okay. So only 2 people are paying attention in the workshop. Is it? Guys, only 2 people, 3 people. That's it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 13. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can close it like that. Oh, shit. I should have done that at the start of this session. Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Now, today what we'll be doing is we'll learn basics of HTML and we'll also clone YouTube. Okay. The thing is, we have to wait a minute. Why? Because I'm pretty sure 90% of you don't know what HTML is, right? Now, if you take a website, if this is your website, it has 3 main parts. Okay, you guys can see this, right? I'll just change to a better color. Okay, whatever. It will have 3 parts, 3 major parts. which are HTML, CSS, and JS. Okay, any website in the world will have three parts: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I know. I'll tell you what each of them are. Can anybody tell me what the full form of these three are? Okay, if you don't know, it's fine. I'll tell you. Don't worry. But if you know, please text in the chat or just unmute and talk. Okay, I got a few answers. Okay, crazy. If you want to talk, just unmute and talk. You don't need to raise your hand. A can do 10% of the work. Yeah, exactly. Hypertext markup language, cascading style sheets, JavaScript. Okay, great. It seems most of you know what you're talking about. Okay, so HTML stands for hypertext markup. I'm not writing all of that. Language. Okay. So now the next one is CSS, which stands for cascading style sheets. Okay, and JS stands for JavaScript. Now I just want to tell you one more thing before we move on, which is JavaScript is not equal to Java. Okay, just like car is not equal to carpet, JavaScript is not equal to Java. Okay, a lot of people have this weird thought where they think Java is JavaScript, JavaScript is Java, or JavaScript is a variation and all of this. No. Only Java and JavaScript are different. Okay, they are not related in any way. Both of them are programming languages. That's it. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to tell you is what these three things do. Now, there's a very famous comparison that goes on, which is this is the bones, this is the skin, and this is the brain of a website. Okay. Now, how do we relate? If you want to give it a shape, right? For example, if you want to build a human, you'll first start with the bones, right? Because you'll define, okay, this is my hand, this is my finger, this is my knuckle, and this is my thumb, all of these, right? Similarly, with hypertext markup language, what you do is you'll basically create the structure of a website. You'll first create, okay, this is my window, and in this window, I'll have a heading here, right? I'll have a heading saying Ali or something, and then I'll have login, sign up. Under this, I'll have my nav bar, 1, 2 element, 3 element, 4 element, whatever, right? So this is how you define everything. If you want to put something on the website, you'll use HTML. If you want to style something, okay, then you'll change the skin, right? If I want to be more white, I'll just change my skin. I mean, that is not possible, but if I change my skin, I can become more fair, right? If I want to become very dark, I'll just change my skin, I'll become very dark. Similarly, CSS is used for styling stuff. For example, previously I have this, right? I don't want red color here. If I want green color, what I do is I'll change the styling and this will become green. Okay. The next thing is brain. If you click on a button, you're going somewhere, right? In Puma website, we just saw, if I click on one button, it is taking me somewhere. That is defined by JavaScript, which is the brain. It will do things based on user action. For example, if a user is clicking a button, it will take you somewhere. Or if you're scrolling your mouse wheel, what should happen? Things like that. Okay. Did everybody understand what I'm talking about, or am I just randomly talking something? Okay, one person said yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 1/4 of the people understood. Wait. Okay, for now, I'm taking that majority understood. So we'll move on. Now, you guys know what HTML is, right? You guys understood what HTML is, and we understood, like, went over a few things. Yeah, if you want to talk, please directly talk. Don't raise your hand. It's not necessary. Okay. Or if you have any doubts, you can quickly unmute and ask me, or just text in the chat. Either of them is fine. Okay. Now let's move on. Okay. This is the part where I'll tell you a lot of things. Okay. So that's why I have this slide. Now, how do you write HTML? For example, let's remove HTML from our mind and say, how do we write an English statement? Okay. I want to tell somebody that I ate a biryani for dinner. Okay. What do you write? How do you write it in English? Can anybody tell me? I want to tell somebody that I ate a biryani for dinner in English. How do you write that sentence? Or Telugu. If you know Telugu, you can even speak in Telugu and tell me. How do you write that? Okay, guys. I had biryani for dinner. Very good. Others? Everybody sleeping? Okay, how many of you are sleeping? Don't raise your hands. Okay, somebody saw others raising hand and raised their hand. Okay, out of 28 people, more than, okay, I'll say only 25% is active. Others are probably sleeping. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, as some people correctly answered. Okay, you can lower your hands now. It is, I had biryani for dinner. Let's just take that. I don't know if it's the perfect way to say it or not, but let's just say I had biryani for dinner. Okay. Now, what all rules did I use to write this sentence? Can anybody tell me? What are the two major rules here? Okay, there are three actually, but okay. Subject verb agreement, tense, spacing small in capital letters. Okay, there are three major rules that I used, which is ending with a full stop, giving space in between each letter, and starting with a capital letter. Okay, those are the three main rules that I've used. There might be some other small rules that I use, but these are the three main things that we'll focus on. So these are grammatical rules, right? For example, English as a language is defined based on these rules. Similarly, HTML is also a language which is defined on a few rules. Okay, so the rules of HTML are very, very simple. It is everything in HTML is a tag. Okay, now every tag will start with a starting tag. Okay, so there is a starting tag which will look like this. Okay, there is a lesser than symbol, greater than symbol, and in middle we'll write the name of the tag. Okay, and there will be a closing tag like this. Okay, and in the middle of this tag we'll write the content of the tag. For example, hello. This is how we'll write a HTML tag. Let's do this practically and see what will happen. Now, I know most of you are either coding on a system or a mobile. Both of them are fine. I want you guys to go to this website called Replit. Okay, replit.com. Replit.com. Okay, and log in, sign up, whatever, and okay, thank you for pointing out. Yeah, I want everybody to go on to replit.com and log in. Okay, log in or sign up, and then type L in the chat. Okay, just log in or sign up and type L in the chat. If you're on a mobile, you can either go to replit.com or download the Replit app from Play Store. Okay, you'll just go to Play Store, hit Replit and download, and within that app you'll sign up. Okay, if you're on a system, you can, on a computer system, you can just hit replit.com and you'll log in. Okay, and then you'll log in. Okay, am I the only one who's logged in, guys? Anybody else? Okay, one person logged in, two. Great. Okay, guys, I'll give you a 5-minute break. Okay, just keep logging in. I'll go have some water and come back. Okay, you guys keep logging in, and if you have any doubts, I'll come back and read them. Okay, guys, I'm back. Did anybody have a problem logging in? Guys, if you didn't have a problem, okay, if you had a problem, type that problem in the chat. Okay, you probably didn't have anything. Okay, let's get started. Wait, how many people logged in? Whoa. Okay, about 30 people logged. Oh, great. Which means almost all of you logged in, right? Okay, now I'll teach you how to start a HTML page on Replit, right? What you'll do is you'll find this button anywhere on the website. Okay, here itself you have create REPL here, and you also have one here. Okay, you click on create REPL, and yeah, I can't create one because I already have one. What you'll do is you'll say create REPL, and you'll create HTML, CSS, and JS. I'll actually delete this and show you. Okay, create a REPL. Okay, I have too many REPLs. Oh, I just have to remove them. Just give me a second, guys. This is not something you need to do. This is something I need to do. Okay, I have 28 REPLs. I'm only allowed to create 3. All REPLs. See all REPLs. Okay, done. Now I'll come back to what you need to do. So you'll see something similar to this. Okay. Now you're going to say create REPL, and in this choose a template, and in the templates choose HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay. Click on that. Give it some random title. I'll give it Shaukat. Okay. Then you have to keep it public. You don't have a choice, and you'll say create REPL. Okay. Okay, I'll give you like 30 seconds to do this. All I did is just create a REPL in replit.com, which is of template HTML, CSS, and JS. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can unmute and ask me, or you can text and ask, whatever, whichever is convenient for you is good. Done. Okay, your screen is being shared. Once check your internet connection and rejoin to the meeting. Ganesh, please share your screen. Okay. Okay, so I hope nobody has any doubts. If you have any doubts, raise your hand now or unmute and talk. Yeah. So remove everything from your index.html. So just hold everything, hit backspace, just remove it. Now we are going to implement what we learned, right? So what did we learn about HTML? In HTML, everything will be in this format, right? It will have an opening tag and it will have a closing tag. An opening tag will always have less than symbol, the name of the tag, and greater than symbol. The closing tag will have less than symbol, a slash. Okay, slash is important because this is what will tell that is a closing tag. Then the name of the tag and greater than symbol. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 contents on right side on the closing tag. Let's do that same thing here, and we're going to write less than symbol. We'll write h1. Okay, h1 is the name of a tag, and you'll see that it's auto completed. Sometimes it won't happen. I'll just remove that and say less than symbol slash h1 greater than symbol. Okay, so this is how you write 2 tags, and in the middle I'm going to give some content, right? For example, I'll give my name. Okay, so this is how you write a tag in HTML. See, this is exactly what I did. Okay, name, hello, name, opening tag, this is the opening tag, and this is the closing tag, and in the middle I have some content. Okay, that is exactly what I did here. I have the opening tag, the content, and the closing tag. Okay, everybody clear till this point what I just did? Type C in the chat if it's clear. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, great. I'm taking that majority has understood what I just said. Okay, that is bad. 1 second, guys. Fine. Okay, sorry. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to write some more tags. Okay, first let's look at the output of this, right? So how do we look at the output of this? There is one big green button. We'll just click on that. I'll zoom out and you can see that this text appeared on the top, right? So the thing is, HTML is a very big language. We'll have like some 500 tags or something. This H1 is one tag and there will be 500 tags like this. You don't need to learn every single tag, okay? Nobody in the world knows every single tag of HTML. That is like a open secret. Everybody knows that they don't know all the tags. Okay, for example, even the best web developer in the world won't know all the tags in HTML, okay? Because it's not necessary. Why? Because we have AI tools to help us. No, actually we have something known as documentation, okay? There is this nice organization called MDN. MDN Web Docs is the documentation for anything related to web, okay? Now I'll go to HTML. See, these guys have everything that you need to learn HTML, okay? We have special elements such as head, title, body, header, all these things. Okay, now we are going to learn about one particular tag, which is the H1 tag. Okay, H1 to H6 tags. You can just go here and read what is this. Okay, these elements only include the global attributes, whatever. You don't really need to learn this because I'll teach this to you anyways later on. So there are 500 tags and I can't teach you everything, right? Now what we'll do is we'll instead ask ChatGPT, and this is where we move to the next slide, which is we're going to turn from the straight path of learning HTML. Okay, this path is learning HTML, but now we'll go on and start building YouTube. Okay, this is going to be the front end of YouTube. Let's take a look at YouTube first of all. How does this look? Okay, what elements do we see? We see a button, then some icon, okay? Then we have a search bar, then another button, icon, image. And then we have a nav bar that is vertical, okay? Then we have a lot of images, okay? You might think these are videos. No, these are thumbnail images, which will take you to a video. For example, this is by default not playing, right? If I click on this, it is taking me to a video, right? So that is the overall layout of YouTube. We have some buttons and search bar on the top, nav bar at the left, and a few images, right? So how do we do this? What do we ask ChatGPT? Build me the UI of YouTube homepage with dummy content and make sure it looks similar to the original YouTube web page. Okay, now what is it doing? You have to always read carefully. Okay, whenever you're talking to AI, you have to read very carefully. What does it say? To build a user interface similar to whatever, it is using React and Material UI. We don't want this, right? So what you need to do is stop ChatGPT and specify that using HTML and CSS. Just to make things easier, I'll add in one more library. I'll teach you this later on, and Bootstrap. Okay, this is also something related to CSS, which we'll learn later on. But for now, let's just go with the flow. I'll teach you how to build it, but understanding this will take a lot of time. Okay, understanding all of this code will take you a lot of time, which you will obviously have to dedicate, right? Building something is easy, but understanding how to build it is difficult. We'll just wait for ChatGPT to generate all of the code. Let's see. Okay, it just gave me one HTML file. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this whole thing, go here, paste that, and hit run again. Okay, what happened? Something went wrong. Let's see. I close that. I'll remove this. And okay, we need to reload. See, the thing is, ChatGPT already created the whole thing for me, right? We have YouTube. We have a button called YouTube. We have a search bar where we can type things in. Okay. Then we have a search button. Obviously, we don't have a mic icon here, but see, it's very similar, right? And then we have a sign in button, which you would have here if you didn't log in. And then you have the left side nav bar. Look here, it's the same left side nav bar, right? We have dummy video titles. We also have dummy video title here. Now, I want to change it to dark mode. How do we do that? We just ask, change it to dark mode. That's it. Okay. Now, the thing is, what if I want to change something, right? Let's wait for this to complete dark mode. And then we'll look at how do we change things? How do we make ChatGPT change everything for us and stuff like that. I won't take longer than 9:20 maybe. Okay. Before 9:20, I'll leave you, not 9:20. Don't worry. Okay, let's see. It's taking a little bit of time as usual. Okay, done. Now I'll copy this, go here, go into my HTML, paste it, run it, and reload. See what happened? It completely changed into dark mode, right? So it is as easy as asking ChatGPT and getting the code, pasting it here and running it, right? So we've officially built our own website. For example, I want to change this YouTube icon, right? Change the YouTube icon in this page to the Instagram account. Okay, Instagram icon. Okay, so this is how you fine tune stuff. For example, if you look here, this YouTube is not looking right. So what I did is I asked it to change it to the Instagram icon, right? So it changed it for me. I'll copy, paste it here, run and reload. Let's see what it did. See, it didn't do it. Why? Not sure. Let's see. Let's just remove everything and paste it again. I think my pasting was wrong. ChatGPT probably did it right. See, it did change it to the Instagram icon, but it's still in white mode. You can again go and ask ChatGPT to change it properly or give you an image and stuff. But for now, I think that is fine. Okay, we can also add an image ourselves and do things, but I don't want to go that far in the webinar itself. We'll do that later. Okay, so this is how you can build a clone YouTube app using Replit and ChatGPT, right? So we literally didn't learn any code in this video, I mean, in this webinar, right? I just told you how it works, right? How does web work? What is HTML? How do you run HTML, right? If ChatGPT is giving you a bunch of HTML, where do you put it to run it? That is what I've taught. So obviously I'll be teaching you more, and I think Mahidar and I will take over now and tell you the rest of things. But before that, I still have, I'll not give Mahidar and I the control yet. I'll take it for a little bit more. Yes. Okay. So now this is done. If you have any doubts, I'll take them now. Guys, does anybody have any doubts? If you don't have a doubt, please type N in the chat. If you have a doubt, you can talk. Okay, one person doesn't have any doubts. Okay, if you don't have doubt, does that mean you understood everything or you didn't even listen? Okay, I leave that up to you. Okay, most of you don't have doubts. If anybody has doubts, please raise your hands now. Okay, so I don't want you guys to do this. Okay, what, you learned something now? No. Does the ChatGPT have the functionality of YouTube? No. See, what we built is just the image of YouTube, which is, you just built how YouTube looks like. You didn't actually build the back end of YouTube. Okay, I didn't tell you guys front end and back end right now because I don't want to confuse you, but there aren't actual videos behind those images. Okay, there are just images, that's it. So it is not complete YouTube. Complete YouTube will take you like at least 1 month, 2 months of development. It's not that easy to build either, because YouTube handles millions of requests every day, right? Within a home itself, 4 or 5 devices are accessing it. If you take a worldwide website like YouTube, there'll be billions of requests every single day. Handling that is not as easy as you think. Yeah, all these things will come later, but yeah. Yes, I will be teaching the web development later on. I'll get to the details, but I don't want you guys to do this. As you can see on the screen, what most people do is they learn something, they find something, they learn something, and they just throw it away. Okay, that is not something I want you guys to do. Remember what we did. Okay, just revise it after a day or two and see, okay, what did Shaukat talk for 1.5 hours and waste my time. Okay, so yeah, don't do this, guys, and that's it. I didn't expect to quit. Sorry, guys. I just closed the tab. Yeah. No, we didn't build the backend yet. We will build it in the future, not right now. Yeah, now you can take over, Mahidar. So Okay, I told you, right? Out of 100 situations, AI will replace you in 10 situations. And in the other 90, it'll help you. But it can't replace a developer completely. No way. Because even though ChatGPT knows a lot more than me, it can't do what I do. Right? No way AI will replace developers anytime soon. At least in the next 20, 30 years, I don't see AI replacing.
on the call. So number is 970-440-1238. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah, I started. I'll Okay, so first is obviously MERN stack. Okay, so MERN stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. Okay, so most of these are backend frameworks. We learn MERN stack. Okay, that is like if you want to research about it, search MERN. Okay, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I can't explain you the whole thing, what is going on and all, but search for MERN and you'll get what I'm talking about. Okay? This is like a JavaScript framework. So all of these are built on JavaScript. So once you learn JavaScript, you basically learned all of these. Okay, MERN. That's it. Do you have any other doubt? We'll obviously learn first the basics, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then we'll go to Node, then Express, then MongoDB. Then we'll come back to React. We'll learn NEM first, then we'll come back to R. Okay, time's up. No. Go to responses tab, and on top there will be a toggle saying accept response. Oh, you're getting a different UI. Did you create the form? Like, did somebody create and share to you, or did you create the form? Yeah, guys, if you have any doubts, I also shared my number. You can text me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you, guys. Bye. 2020 Okay, 2024. Bye.